So the beast is dying still. I did a video about this a while back, but it's ramping up now. It's dying. I mean, its floppy tentacle arms are flailing everywhere, trying to take down whatever it can with it. And it feels like every day there's just more encouraging news, which is good because, you know, we went through a couple of years where it was just like very dark. I mean, I knew it was a process that had to happen, but it's good to see that we're coming out the other side of it now. Or some people are, or some people see that. Some people aren't going to see that, and that's fine. But yeah, every day is like something encouraging. What started in Canada is growing around the world now. New Zealand, UK, Australia. And in tandem with that, tandem the right word? I think it is. I'm going to go with tandem. But in tandem with, see, sometimes you got to take a risk with the words, because it's the only way you're going to expand. I don't know if that's true, but it sounds good. So alongside that is not so great news, but expected, about just seeing more and more people just dropping dead, especially on TV. And there are people that try to act like this is normal. I mean, when before all this stuff happened, did you ever see people dropping dead on TV? I'll tell you, never. You had Bud Dwyer there, and maybe that's it. I don't know. Is there any other instance like that? They usually don't show it. They usually cut that stuff. But I was just going through clips of all these people passing out. Some of them that ended up dead later. Just dropping. The best one is still the lady that was mocking, well, she's mocking Jesus, saying he loves her best, the comedian there, and just boom. And there was a couple other instances like that where there were these pro-vax people. Shit, I said fucking, anyway. And there was, I forget what country she's from. Let's see, God. But anyway, I'll put a link to it. She was in the middle of admonishing people for not doing mandatory jibber jabbers, and in the middle of that she just passes out. The same thing, like the eye roll. It's heart related problems. It's you know, can't say what it is because I'm pretty gun shy since the last banning about what I can say or not, and that's how censorship works. It's not just being swatted. It's the threat of being swatted that keeps people from saying anything. I mean, you can still talk around it. I still talk around it, but you know. So yeah, it's horrifying to see. I mean, it's not a good thing to watch unfolding, but we all knew this was going to happen. Although there are plenty of people, like I'd say probably most people don't see it happening because they watch TV, they check the news on whatever media they follow, mainstream, of course. They're not going on these Bolivian basket weaving forums the way I am and seeing all this stuff. Just, you know, clip after clip of people just dropping on TV. All those poor athletes. You know, looks like Saget, the same thing probably happened to him because his head was fractured. so he took a fall. People passing out, driving cars, wrecking them. It's just, I don't know, it sucks. It's like it's the Cassandra situation, you know? You just help us to do anything. You've known it for a long time, since the beginning, that this was going to be the result. And now we're watching it unfold. And there's a lot of cognitive dissonance, too, with the normies that are noticing it or are faced with it. And I guess what happens sometimes is you get a lot of people that don't want to admit they were fooled. Or, you know, if they weren't afraid before, and I mean, they were afraid of the thing that must not be named and also did not exist, and they're so scared about that they did the thing, and now they're frightened that they're going to be next. And the sad truth of it is dependent on which thing they got, because certain people get certain kinds of things. They have different groups of those things that they give to different people. I'm inclined to believe, but I don't know. I would think that the medical people, like people working in medicine, would get the okay thing. This sounds so ridiculous. But you gotta be careful though. I do have friends that work in the profession, a couple of them, a few close friends. I'm just praying that like they got the good one, because why would they do that to their own people who are working in the whole evil plan with them, whether or not they understand they are. But yeah, it's like I just think of all the people I know. All the people that, you know, wanted me in a camp or in a detention center for not doing the thing. And now they're all dying. It's horrifying. It's horrifying. But it is causing sane people to kind of get upset about it, and that's the evil plan. I don't think I've ever really talked about what I have come to understand the evil plan to be, and have observed and have heard, and because I think every time I get into talking about it, I go a little bit too far in some areas, and I watch it back and I go, oh, I can't post this, you know. But basically, the thing is just one part of the evil plan. The evil plan is that people realize what happened, and then they turn on their governments, kind of like what we're seeing up in Canada and all around the world. They expect them to turn on them. They want them to turn on them and destroy their own government. Bring chaos, a breakdown of normal civilization, and then all the creeps come out of their New Zealand bunkers and offer a reprieve from the chaos with their new government. They already have that one world government. It's been like that for many, many, many years. But they, as farmers, they feel that they could be more efficient with their cattle. And that includes culling a lot of them, which is what's going on now. And destroying the setup they had before, because the setup they had before is just falling apart. The fiat currency setup has run out of time. They tried to extend it many times, and they have extended it, but it just can't go on. So they have to come out with a new system, a new way of living, a new society, a new to keep everybody still enslaved, but enslaved more efficiently under a new system. The only way they're going to take leadership from these creeps that will be hiding in their bunkers for a while, and some probably are already there, is if things get so bad that everything ends up like a worldwide Bosnia. You know, like everything's just untenable. Life as normal can't function. That's when they swoop in with their, okay, we're gonna help everybody and fix everything, get food and build some things, and then people are gonna want that new government, which will be way more authoritarian and controlling, because it was happening too slowly, I think, for them. As I talked about the other day, there's a lot of pressure to move up the timetable on bringing things to where they want things to be. It was just happening too slowly. So the idea is you have the oh, hey man, what's up? Hold on, let me get you on. How you doing? Okay? All right, good. There you go, buddy. Have a good day, buddy. Yeah. Hey, have another one. Take another one. Oh, you need a lighter too? Yeah. Hold on, I got one. Let me see here. Just a second. Hey, you can have this lighter because I already got two of them. You can have that one. You can take it. Oh, there you go. Got it? You can have it. That's yours. Have a good day, man. So the thing is, they need to speed this up. And that the jibber jabber was just part of the plan. That's not the end of the plan. What the idea is, I mean, it's definitely causing what we see happening now. There's going to be a lot of anger. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to revolt against their governments, which is happening now. This is part of the plan. So people tear down their governments. Just chaos, food shortages, Bosnia, and a worldwide scale. So that after a couple of years of that, they come out of their bunkers, swoop in, and they offer the people a new, regime to live under. And the people will take it because they're going to be so desperate, That's the evil plan in a nutshell. And along with that, there's the biblical aspect of it's following the Bible as far as Satan coming back, who the charismatic leader guy that's going to take over. The people will welcome him or like him or her or whatever it happens to be, because it's going to rescue people from the chaos that is going to ensue. We're going to have a crazy little time. I mean, I hear it said a lot, and I agree, that this is the best time right now. Enjoy what you have now. Enjoy these days, because this is the best it's going to be right here, as far as living in the 3D space that we're in this world. This is the best it's going to be. So just take stock of things, figure out what's important to you, try to get on the good team, and not all the turtles make it to the ocean. Some of us aren't going to get through it, but that's fine. It had to happen. It had to happen. It's just that they're doing it, they're forcing it. It's an unnatural happening. So I don't know if that's good or bad, or if it makes the situation worse. It's going to be a shit show either way. But I don't... Moving outside of their original timetable, I don't think is going to help them. I think if anything, it's going to make it tougher for them. And I don't see it going the way they think it's going to go, as far as the whole swooping in and saying, all right, we got an answer for everybody. Because at the same time, people are having this awakening process that's been going on for maybe in earnest 4 or 5 years now. And yeah, I hate using in earnest. It doesn't mean anything. It's such a, I don't like saying that, but I find myself trapped by these little vocabulary prompts myself. But yeah, so that's the situation. The beast is dying. And it's not going to play out, I don't think, as cleanly as they think it's going to. Because we do have this unprecedented awakening happening. And I'm pretty sure they didn't factor that in. Because this whole process that's going on has happened before. The details may have been different. You know, may have been a different meme thing that they used to facilitate it or get it moving. But it's happened before. They occasionally, whatever the reasoning is, they got to shake up the snow globe, or shake up the egg, or shake up the incubator that you're in, and I'm in, that we're in. And it happens in cycles. I mean, we see some of the evidence of maybe the last couple cycles when you look at some of these buildings. You know, every town has them. It's like the John Levy research. You know, you just wander into like a city area and you'll find these buildings that are just incongruent with the other surrounding structures. It just doesn't, they don't fit, and they don't seem to serve a purpose. These opulent buildings are not the purpose that they've been assigned. You know, like, why would you need to build a mix of a medieval castle and metropolis sci-fi building with all this strange, what looks like technology for a Knights of Columbus? It doesn't make any sense. It's, you know, so that there is holdovers from these resets. And I think they just thought it was going to be business as usual. They're going to do another one. You know, they call how the people turn against them, then everything goes to crap, and then they swoop in and they, you know, it's economizing their cattle in a more efficient way. But it's different this time. It's, from what I understand, it's a couple things are happening. It's the end of a regular cycle, and also the end of an age. Like, there's two things that are happening that are ending. And I think also, I don't know if that's what triggered the awareness kind of ascension within people, or if it's just that the beast gamed it too many times. They've done this too many times, and the beast, like I said, is dying. The dark force, whatever it is, the monster, it's just flopping. It's flopping. Its arms are flying everywhere. It's trying to take anything out it can to take down with it. So as much as the evil plan seems to be going according to plan, despite it being rushed, I don't think they took this awakening into consideration. So it's going to be an interesting couple of years. But yeah, it's just good seeing people come around. For a while I thought we were going to just sail right into the situation, walk right off the cliff, but it felt that way anyway. If you live here in Hawaii, it still seems that way, because God, this is like, the people here would make it seem like we're still in the first few months. You know, really elaborate headgear and protective face shields. A lot less than it was, but still enough to make it seem as if there's still something going on. And some people are just going to hold on to that because they don't want to admit that they've kind of been tricked. And still others want to continue virtue signaling for their ridiculous political team. Some people are just going to be trapped in that, and there's no getting them out. I mean, if you can get someone out, certainly do it. But as long as it's not causing a deficit on you, which many times it can, you know, in that case, don't bother. You know, just stay the course. Watch yourself, watch the people around you. And don't blame the teacher, blame the school.